All right, thank you, Colin. Time for our final topic of the day. There are a lot of people who don't like the Patriots, but Jet safety Jamal Adams took it to another level yesterday at practice for the Pro Bowl. Adams drilled the Patriots mascot to the amusement of the fans and some of his AFC teammates. Skip, was this funny or not funny?
This was so not funny. It was sad,
goodness,
and it was scary, and it rubbed me the wrong way. Jamal Adams got a running start and delivered a crushing blow, flattening it was to the mascot, and then he celebrated that. So get this straight here for me. You can't beat the Patriot players. You can't knock them down, but you take it out on the poor mascot. You could have hurt the kid. I assume it's a kid. I don't know. Yeah, we don't know. That is flat out weak. That's why you're a Jet.
Skip, you know what? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I thought it was funny because he didn't. Skip, you make it seem like he Terry Tated him off his linebacker, like he drilled him with his shoulder and his midsection.
I think he did. He was running, man.
He was galloping, and then he kind of hugged him and
he didn't hug him. He flattened him.
No, he didn't flatten him.
He flattened him.
Have some fun.
Have some fun at the expense of the poor mascot.
It's like Charles Barkley in Rocky when he was at the Denver when he played with Portland. He played with the Sun. Yeah. He and Rocky had this relationship. Look at Robin Lopez. He gets into it with all the mascots. He DDT'd one of them. And Rocky, they be going, but guys have fun with the mascot. That's what they're there for, entertainment.
Good luck to the Jets.
Oh, you know what?
It's hard enough to be a mascot. I feel like that would hurt. That is it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern. Right now, Colin tells you why James Harden's best is actually bad for the Rockets. The herd starts right now.
Undisputed. By the way, I agree with Skip on that. This is The Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, we are live in Los Angeles, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, right here in FS1. Joy Taylor is joining me on a Thursday. Greg Cosell 1 hour. Hour from now, gonna look ahead of the Super Bowl. It's one of my favorite guests. Joy, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You were having computer issues this morning.
Yes, my
meltdown.
My gigabytes and megabytes are overloaded or something. I don't know what's going on. But
yeah, I know. I heard the conversation, folks.
Believe me, I didn't know what he was saying either. But I appreciate the help.
Great to have you. And James, the world is buzzing. About this story. We read all about it. Westbrook, and we all go, oh my God, this is Slam Magazine's going to have a 14-page spread on James Harden. NBA writers have already sealed their envelopes on James Harden. It should be noted, this is not sustainable, and in the last 8 games, the Rockets are 4-4, and their wins are over the worst team in the league, the Cavs, the New York Knicks, who are awful, the Lakers without LeBron, and the Grizzlies, who have a win this month. For the record, competitive Knicks. Fans are much more in tune to this act than the media, who's fawning over it. And I want the fans don't think it's that fascinating. 0. James Harden is 7th in the West in All-Star voting. 7th. It's iso ball. It never lasts. Iso ball. And even if Klay Thompson, who scored all 44 of his points and who actually likes to play defense and be a good teammate, All 44 of Klay Thompson's points came from an assist from a teammate. None of Harden's 211 have. And I know Chris Paul and Clint Capella injuries are part of the usage rate. But even if Steph and Draymond were out for the Warriors, you know a large percentage of Klay Thompson's points would have come via a Warrior assist to him. It's not sustainable. It creates resentment. And when Chris Paul comes back, Harden's going to have to dramatically shift his game, and it will mean the end of this team probably in the first round. I don't buy this for a second. I don't have to cover the NBA and make stories that really don't create sustainability. I don't have to make them into 12-page articles. I don't buy this for a second. Let me shift to this. You ever heard of Tony Robbins? He's that motivational speaker. That guy's been kicking butt since I was a kid, like 40 years. And a lot of people are cynical with Tony Robbins. Oh, come on, rah, rah, rah. Folks, you do not last 40 years. He's more powerful today than he's ever been. Zero. It's all about with Tony Robbins. By the way, Klay Thompson had 44 on a stage Monday against the Lakers. 6,000 people. 44. I'm going to change your life. All of them. And for some he does. Came from an assist. Also deals with CEOs, rock stars, the greatest athletes in the world. Hurt. Tony Robbins is all about buy-in, and a lot of people are cynical of buy-in. For the record, if Steph Curry was hurt, Tom Brady is the sports version of Tony Robbins. Do you think zero of Klay Thompson's 44 the best player from on an 18-year dynasty? This is why, and he has convinced everybody. Steph's out, they win. New England, Durant's out, they win. Nobody likes us. Nobody believes in us. Boogie Cousins didn't play yet, they win. Which sounds absurd. Yes, it's got very good players within the system. And but when Tony Robbins, they can still win. Yelling, screaming on stage, changing your life. This is not sustainable. Sounds the usage ridiculous. Rate, which by the way, over time when is creating resentment. It is can sell it. It's ISO buy-in is an incredibly with a powerful tool. Talented, but he doesn't include. See that game, Kansas City? His usage rate is now number one in the NBA by a mile. Edelman all-time. Screaming at Brady. The bombshell. He has got everybody on this team believing nobody believes in us. Here it is. 8 usage rates in NBA history. 0 have won a playoff.
Baby. Good job. Way to go, host. Good job, fellas. You're too old. You're too old.
You're too old. Tom's that got everybody Jordan, buying in. The ball hog before like Tony Robbins Pippen, has for 40 years. And you can Bryant, be cynical. Iverson, Dwayne Wade, Harden, Westbrook twice. Think about this. When you become a legend, a playoff series, you're not only battling every rivals, year the board, you're kind of battling NBA yourself. Media, as the NFL got the money, pulling away because it's the playoffs, the trophies, and we're all talking about it. The NBA's got to come up with narratives and stories to fill their space. And it's really hard. Somebody going off in your opponents January, and the new NBA is all about beating guard play. The psychology of it's hard. Rate. Let's think about this. Somebody shows off. Harden, Tiger Woods became a legend. He couldn't handle it. He went off the rails. Oh, my God. This Women Slam Money Magazine's going to have a 14-page Tiger Woods couldn't handle James Harden. NBA Michael Jordan sealed their had to retire. James Harden. It should not to go to the NFL to play minor league baseball. Michael's like, in the last 8 games, the Rockets are 4-4. And Conor McGregor, complete meltdown. Worst team in the league, the Cavs. Lance Armstrong, the New York Knicks, who are awful, tried to ruin everybody's life in cycling. LeBron, and the Grizzlies, forget a psychopath. He was a cyclopath. Won this. LeBron James tends to move his family and just exit. That's how he copes. Fans are much more in tune to this act. Stays put. The media, who's fawning over it, reinvents. Nobody believes in us. It's that fascinating. That's James Harden as impressive as it gets. Kevin Durant has won back-to-back titles for the Warriors. I'm reading a story this morning. It's ISO. He's already restless. It never lasts. Kevin Durant's not struggling with opponents now. Thompson, they'll win the 3rd straight championship. Kevin Durant's struggling with Kevin Durant. Actually plays on Twitter, Instagram, and burner accounts. He's struggling with Kevin Durant. Of Klay Thompson's points. This happens in and out of sports. From a Elvis was the biggest star in America. None of Harden's. He became fat Elvis. Drugs. And I know Chris Paul and Clint Capella. Michael Jackson got weird. Part of the usage. Bill Clinton, but most even powerful political figure in the world. Monica. Mike Tyson, Personal demons, Warriors. Similarly, Whitney Houston. You know a large percentage of Klay Thompson's because points would have come via you become an iconic American sports, it's not entertainment, political icon. Resentment, and when Chris Paul not just battling, Harden's going to have to dramatically shift his game. Beating teams isn't hard. Mean the end of staying disciplined, staying present, staying in the moment. Convincing yourself for a second is really, really difficult. I don't have to cover the NBA. Tiger couldn't handle it. Really don't. MJ needed a break. Sustainability. Clinton couldn't handle it. Have to make him into Elvis couldn't handle it. Articles. Lance Armstrong couldn't handle it for a second. They had everything: the money, the trophies, the fawning, the legacy, the women, the wives, the girls. Tony Robbins. They had all motivational speaker. And here's Tom Brady kicking butt since 41, like 40 years. 9th Super Bowl, $800 million net worth. Supermodel cynical with Tony Robbins. Oh, come on. He's going nowhere. Rah, rah, rah. And folks, he has convinced himself. 40 he is years. So he's more powerful today than he's emotionally. Ever been. He has convinced himself. It's all about with Tony Robbins, the buy-in. Nobody on a stage believes in me. Nobody believes in change your life. And for some he does. And buy-in also deals is with CEOs, an incredibly rock stars, powerful thing. The greatest athlete. You can be cynical at Tony Robbins, and you can be cynical at Brady. And a lot of both instances, are cynical of buy-in. It works. Tom Brady is the sports coming up next of Tony Robbins, one of the biggest stars in American sports. He is the best player on an 18-year dynasty, and he has convinced apparently wants him. Everybody that's coming in New England. When it comes to meat, quality matters. Nobody believes in this. That's why my family and I are now endued on Butcher Box. It's delivered to your door every month. Tony Robbins, their meat's guaranteed, on stage, humanely raised, life, no hormones ever. Sounds Butcher Box beef, grass-fed, grass-fed. When the chicken's organic, range-free, can sell it. Cuts and quality impossible to find in stores. Powerful tool. And it comes at a competitive price. See that game, Kansas City? Free shipping, so you can get a month's worth of